Are we on?
We are at
Okay.
Henry County Commission, Henry County, Missouri, Tuesday, August 12th, 2025, 14th day of the July term. The Henry County Commission met pursuant to adjournment at the courthouse in Clinton, Missouri. Those members present were Jim Stone, presiding commissioner, Jake Bradley, South District Commissioner, Mark Larson, North District Commissioner, Kelly Mayer, County Clerk. 9:01 a.m. Commissioner Stone brought the meeting to order. The minutes from the Thursday, August 7th, 2025 meeting were read. Commissioner Bradley made a motion to approve the minutes. Commissioner Larson seconded motion. Motion carried. Expenditures from the following departments were approved to be paid: Road and Bridge, County Clerk, Court Administrative, General County Government, Buildings and Grounds, and Law Enforcement GR. 9:11 a.m. Commissioner Bradley made a motion to go into closed session via RSMO 621.021.1 to discuss legal matters. Commissioner Larson seconded. Motion carried. 9:52 a.m. Commissioner Larson made a motion to end closed session. Commissioner Bradley seconded. Motion carried. Motion carried with roll call vote. Larson yes. Bradley yes. Tony yes. Dennis Bowers, Road and Bridge Supervisor, asked Commissioner Larson if he had approved 1601 Road in White Oak Township for rock. He shared that he had not been contacted that it was time for him to inspect the roads. Dennis shared documents on extended warranty for the new truck that the Road and Bridge just purchased. He shared of two quotes for extended warranty. One was for $7,967 and another for $8,689 from Custom One Trucks, the company we purchased the truck through. Commissioner Larson made a motion to approve the purchase of the extended warranty in the amount of $8,689. Commissioner Bradley seconded. Motion carried with a roll call vote. Larson yes. Bradley yes. Stone yes. Dennis shared release agreements between Frank and Souls Merrifield for easements on Southeast 450 Road in Leesville Township, and release agreements between Denise Terry Trust for easements on Southeast 450 Road in Leesville Township. The easements are necessary for the bridge work the county is getting ready to do. Commissioner Stone signed both documents. Commissioner Bradley shared that he had spoke with Brittany with MoDOT. They are looking into putting a sign out at 7 Highway and Booth Road warning large trucks that there is a weight limit on the road. Dennis wants Jake to check into MoDOT solution regarding Northeast 500 and White Highway in Springfield Township. Locally, MoDOT has shared that they are not going to address the issue. There was a lot of discussion on solutions to the problem out there. Mark Harden, Emergency Management Director, visited with the Commission regarding the request he emailed to commissioners last week regarding the pay of emergency management employees. He shared that emergency management is working with the Sheriff's Office regarding AEDs. Mark was inquiring about the pay for the EM Director and Assistant Director. There was much discussion on budgeting and the Emergency Management Department. Chris Worsig, Maintenance Supervisor, was in to discuss the third floor courtroom work that he had done. Jim Sublett, Assistant Emergency Management Director, addressed the Commission regarding his job description and what the office does. Jim read something he had prepared. He shared how emergency management is essential. Commissioners reviewed and approved the recorder of deeds fees for the month of July 2025. Commissioner Larson made a motion to adjourn at 12:13 p.m. Commissioner Bradley seconded the motion. Motion carried. Before there is a motion made, I would like to add in, I just missed it, in the where Dennis talks about the warranty, why we chose the large one instead of the smaller of the two. I just missed adding that in there.
Yep.
Good catch.
So we chose that due to the time, right? It was the length of time that the warranty was good for. So I'm going to put due to the length of time the warranty was good for in there. I just want to make sure we get that in there. I'm going to fix the little typo up there. And then was there anything else?
How about on
Recorder of deeds needed fixed.
there was something. Oh, 1601 Road, Dime.
Yeah, I fixed that.
You fixed it.
I got it.
Take the R out.
Yep.
Okay.
I just wanted to add that. So.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second that.
Motion been made and seconded. Approve minutes as presented with corrections. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Everybody got a copy of closed minutes?
Yes.
Had a chance to read them?
Yes. I'll make a motion to accept the closed minutes.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded to accept the minutes of the closed session minutes. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Motion carried.
Give me just a second to catch up here.
You're fine.
So, who approved the original ones, Mark?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, thank you. And if I can get you to
Yep.
stamp these as well. Get that out of the way. Not you, sure, start it off.
Ooh.
Don't do that.
Don't get started. I'll try to keep it contained. Sleep very good last night.
It's been that way all week for me. I don't.
Yeah, I had a couple nights in a row.
My old dog has officially gone blind. It's like
Oh,
having a
God.
baby in the house.
That is.
Poor thing.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that's tough. Did we figure out the tax thing on that?
Yeah, we just took it off.
Okay.
Sales tax.
We voided
Yes,
the
yes.
we voided the previous check and then just cut another one.
I mean,
What if we're questioning something
Okay.
on what they bought?
Good luck.
Okay.
You can call
Did you
and
see
get
it?
clarification.
Huh?
You can call and get clarification, but
wonder why. Huh?
I mean, I understand exactly what we talked about before, you know, in budget, whatever.
mm-hmm.
I don't understand it.
I say that a lot.
What department? Sheriff's.
But you absolutely have the authority to inquire if
Yeah,
you
you
so
can ask 'em.
choose.
They'll tell you it'd be probably, if they're a detective in some of that cars, they don't want looking like a regular car. Yes, now they've got a lot. It's hard to say.
Nice.
Sounds good. And they got a lot of camo.
Can I get one?
Nothing bad. It's just. Carson's Corner.
I ain't gonna let Mark sit down there long.
Oh, boy.
I look
Hey, just a
uncomfortable.
few, Mark. Good thing you looked at them. Do you need my stamper, Mark? Show me him.
I look too comfortable.
That's exactly what it was. She looked there and thought, bull crap, he's gonna do something.
Kelly don't let us sit. Well, it was a smaller stack.
Yeah.
I guess I thought there was more than that.
Language line services.
That's an interpreter services. I believe.
Yeah.
Is this the one we? Yeah, I got it. The one I asked about earlier, the tax.
Just made it even more.
Huh?
Three quarter.
One's to be stamped.
Let's,
How you want me to do this,
Hey.
Mark?
And
while we're done, let's hold up a minute. Let's get this handled. Have you all thought about more about emergency management doing that?
oh,
Looked over that. Do you remember what we talked about?
did you get a chance to go down there?
Yep.
Did you talk to him?
I went around busy with them.
Well,
That's kind of, it's, you know what, it can be there, but not necessarily always. It don't work. It don't have.
Kelly, are you ready for us?
Here on
Or you need another
Park
minute?
out.
It's okay.
Well,
Okay.
Thank you.
that'll work out. We can make it work. So that's what I would want to hear. Good.
so you'll have to say that again.
And say,
Well, if
I'm
we
not
go
with you.
like we're talking, go ahead and send that in to the state and see, because you never know what they're gonna come back.
Right.
It's gonna be.
So then basically make sure I got this. So we do put somebody on full time, and then Mark will
Well,
turn
I
in for
don't know.
both of their.
The problem I never did get out of that is how the full time could make work in his position. If he's gonna.
you're
Because
concerned
he's
about.
working a radio too.
Well, he
And-
probably quit.
Well, now,
His radio deal. If he's wanting to come on here full time,
but then he's gonna be broadcasting. Or
No.
At
no,
home, at home.
On his own time.
on his own time. Whatever he does
What he
on
does-
his own time.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's like me hiring guys and them doing side work. I could care less.
Then
But
I mean, I don't think
the
it's
question.
my-
I think the
my
question was,
my question was, did he need? My big thing is, because I happen to know, just like the floodplain deal, some of that will dry up. There's a lot of there's back.
oh, sure, yeah, without a doubt.
And then
But then when
pretty
it gets
soon,
busy,
Then
then
there's
it's behind the eight
people
ball.
there, and you gotta look at what all you gotta get done. Because if my big thing is, of course, they're doing signage now. But the addressing really needs to stay in Scott's office.
Well, that we've determined that's how we're going to
That's-
fix that.
yeah.
To be.
Which it will stay in Scott's office. It's just they're going to get their separate line.
My big thing is there's where we stand and how it's gonna work. And I know that, there's gonna be a lot of, unless you're doing a lot of schooling. And according to Seti, he wants to go teach a lot of schools.
Well, he does. I mean, he can do
He
that.
wants to do, I bet he wants to do that and have me included in some of that training. That's where a lot of it falls in.
So you're concerned that there's
Yeah.
not enough work for somebody to have full
That's,
time.
that's what, cause like I said, I know what the emergency management, but they're doing more things now. You gotta remember, some of that stuff's off the grid, you might say. But anyway, it's not necessarily there, but it needs to be done. I'm not gonna argue the point. A lot of things need to be. It's what you can make work. And if we can make it work, put it in our budget and we can get it. And like I said, if we can get the money from the state from them, then we're not hurting.
So if he gets the money, we get more bang for our buck with somebody working 40 hours than we do him working 20.
If we're getting,
So if
How I
that's the
see it.
case, basically what it boils down to is, I guess, and Kelly, correct me if I'm wrong here. First and foremost, we need to probably make a motion as far as do we want somebody to go full time? And then we would make a motion as far as, and like I said, the money, guys, I mean, that's
well, the
between all
trouble
this
is,
stuff. I just came up with that because I figured
We
that was
can't.
fair. It gets him, it shows him that we are trying, you know what I mean?
but we're putting,
And I think I without a doubt, he's underpaid. There's no
but
way
the big
around it.
thing is you're gonna have a lot of officers to talk to.
That's, you know what,
and-
but that's
and
that's
that's-
got nothing to do with it though,
I
Jim.
know what you're saying.
I mean,
Kelly
just
brought
because
it up, and
somebody's
that's
not
what I'm
happy
talking about.
with another office.
I don't
Okay.
think that should be a defining factor.
No,
There's
not
so
at
many
all.
others that
Not
somebody
at all.
else.
That's
That's-
it.
But I don't have a say in
Yeah,
this.
Okay.
yeah, and I mean, any other office that doesn't like what we do, then they need to come in here and present their case, and if we can do something for them, we do. If we can't, we can't. You can't base. This turns a little communist where you get it and you get it and you get it. No, this is a merit. It should be a merit-based system. If you're doing your job and you're doing your job well, then you should be rewarded for it. Now, granted, within that, you have to do that within what you can afford. I get that. We can afford this though, unless I'm not seeing something that's, you know, we're going to get hit blindsided with. And if we do, it's like anything else. It's just like, what's his name? The guy who does the
James, GSI.
no. It's a totally
Oh,
different office.
sorry.
He went over his budget. So you know what? He went over his budget. He couldn't help it. He had to do what he had to do. So now
Correct.
we have to
Yeah.
work around that and make sure we come up with a solution for that. No different than this. If they pull the funding, we come back, we figure out what we do and how to go about doing it.
Which is what we were preparing to do anyways
Right.
with emergency management
Right.
because
Okay.
yes.
So,
Then we'll let her.
but I mean,
Now,
am I wrong? as far
That's
as-
right. That's
okay.
what.
Any kind of
Now, when are you gonna start all this?
that's what I was
It won't
gonna
start
say.
till
January.
January.
Right.
January.
Is it January 1 or is it their
Happy.
next anniversary date? And that's my question because
I know where
all
I know where
other-
you're coming from. Everybody else.
Finish.
You
All the
start on
other
the-
all
raises
other
come-
raises and steps up are on anniversary dates.
Right.
And so I don't
I hate that.
I think that's the stupidest thing in the world, honestly. I
Uh,
do.
we operate on a yearly deal. That's the
Right.
problem there.
Well, see, and that's going to be the question because I mean I don't know when Mark was hired.
yeah,
what
I
date.
can look. I think it's like May.
Well, we also got
So
to
it
make
would
sure.
still fall.
May of next year.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I just want to make sure that if we do the anniversary dates, it doesn't hinder for
Right.
the.
When's he want to make sure it doesn't fall after or before? It can't fall before
Yeah, it
we
can't
get the
fall
money
before.
or not the money, but
grant.
It's
yeah.
done quarterly, I think, is the way that it's done.
They send it in.
So
You have to do it quarterly on that. You send it in. And then the state reimburses. That's
So
how-
I
if
think
it
we would
does on
get it
its-
back regardless.
And
If,
it's on
if,
the
it- if
end of
it-
the quarter.
we do go by his date he was hired, will that line up to where it doesn't cause an issue?
We'll have to ask.
With the dates of when you're hiring people, you don't know how it's gonna end up, no matter what.
I'm gonna look to see what their hire dates were. I think Mark's was in May. As far as the grant period goes, they're saying we're gonna give you this amount of money for this year.
Right.
What we request in that quarter, I don't think should matter. So if they gave
Okay.
us, say, $50,000 for employee pay, regardless, this is what your grant, which is what Mark's asking for.
Mhm.
Why? So if we say we're going to spend $50,000 in that fiscal year on employees, good. He's here. He must have heard us talking about it.
You was
Then
online,
you
wasn't
it shouldn't matter when
Was you watching it?
request
see
that
what that-
pay,
you? There you go.
whatever quarter, because it's that amount of money for this amount of time. It shouldn't
Okay.
matter
So-
when that's requested.
Okay.
When was your anniversary?
July 1st.
July.
July
I was
1st.
thinking May for some reason.
You know what?
Saturday is February 4th, February 7th, somewhere.
I'm waiting for my system.
See,
to calculate.
February, my, somebody's will fall right in line.
Can you confirm my
Well, then-
understanding?
Now we're eating.
When you
Let's
apply
just
for the
do it.
grant and you put this
So-
number in there saying this is what I need for my employee pay, and they say okay, it doesn't matter if it's in the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, as long as you don't go over that or
That's
don't
the max
request
that you're
more.
gonna get.
Okay, okay. So
That's the max
my
you're gonna get.
understanding.
That's the way I understood it.
So you
So if we
could
start
go
off-
back.
Well, if you start off smaller and you make it July, January 1st or whatever, we'll have money left over that they'll roll in
They'll roll it into the
next
next.
year.
Because and the reason that's being asked is because when raises are given here, it's done on your anniversary date. It's not done as of January 1st.
Right.
And that's across the board.
So like I got my raise January, whatever, July 1st.
July 1st.
They both start with J's.
That's
so that raise doesn't. If there wasn't enough money in the grant already, which there wasn't, that's going to be all on the county. They won't match that part.
what happened.
Because you had already said this is what we're going to. Right. So what you're trying to avoid the next time is we're figuring that raise for that part of the year anyway, so that we get all of that money
We do
back.
all that.
Okay. So I'm following correctly on that. Okay.
So it should cover everything. Yeah. Main thing is to get covered on it.
That's why we
And
need
then
to change
next
the-
thing, hey, the next thing is send them in.
everything's in.
Fine. It has been known they never send them in.
That's why we need to change what?
That's why we changed
Our fiscal
employees.
year. No.
When did I get, has the county always given raises on when you come to work? Is that how they've always done that?
It has been for several years. It hasn't always been that way, but it has been for several years.
That just seems really.
Was there an
strange.
advantage to that?
Okay, so when the commissioners give a say COLA raise, and I started my position in February, and Mark started his position on December 15th. They have to give COLA raise to all employees, including Mark. He got the same exact raise that I got, even though he just
Because
started.
it's colder.
So there are things that be due to the timing of when you. I don't have a problem with it, but that's just kind of an equal playing field rather than
I
based
see
on
your
this
point.
is your year to year rather than you've been here 2 months and you just got the same raises.
Yeah.
everybody else.
That makes sense.
Because that
But it-
somebody go to work
even-
a week before.
Right,
All
right.
the same deal.
And I get that, but that's a cost of living raise.
Right, but
Just
it may have already
because you
been.
Came in on, say, he got his in December, the cost of living is straight across the board. It doesn't matter for anybody. That, at least, seems like it shouldn't matter when you were hired. It seems like a cost of living raise would go for everybody because everybody's cost of living went up. It wasn't just,
I mean, it would depend on what you started about as. You may have already included that in
Yeah.
the starting pay, and then what's your starting pay going to be after that? I mean, we've stated this
Right.
starting pay for this long. We haven't adjusted that for cost of living, so that's where you're going to have to adjust it somewhere in there to make that work the way that you're.
When you're doing it by what we're doing, it's tough to come up with a good solution because everybody's hired at a different time, except us.
see, that's what makes
January
me, I
1.
mean, because I'm coming from a business side of it, which works really easy. I mean, it really, really does. If you're hired in December and I'm hired in January, you're hired in February, if you're going to give a raise, seems to me that everybody should get it on the day that the raise goes into effect. I mean, just because you came to work before I came to work, what benefit is that? I mean, what makes that any more? I mean, other than, I guess if you're talking tenure or something like that, but
Mark, it's just like somebody goes to work, let's say in
I can't get in my system, so I
January the
can't see what.
1st, and you're gonna give a raise the middle of January,
Mhm.
then you go ahead and give it to
Right.
them. Okay, even though they only work a couple weeks, and
But-
you don't even know how they're gonna turn out.
But it's not that,
I
that would
came from a place that was just like what you're talking
yeah,
about.
that wouldn't make any difference though, because if it's now I understand if you're giving raises, like I said, for merit, then it should be. Well, actually, in my mind, if I'm going to give a raise for merit, it would be whatever date I decided that would be. But if it's a cost of living raise, I don't see how that would be affected by when you came to work or even how long you've been there. I mean, because by the say you came in December and Kelly comes in January and we give it, so you're going to go that whole 6, 8, 10 months at the same wage without the cost of living. So how does that shake out to be fair?
Well, there's some
Probably no
on
good fair way to
elections,
really do
Kelly,
it. Somebody's going to be upset at some point.
on some of the elected officials, it falls in their next term, whenever that term starts.
Right, but that's elected officials. That's not people like that work for Kelly or
Yeah.
anything else.
So anyway.
So it's July, whatever, like the state. So they approved it in like January, but it didn't go into effect until July.
Yeah. Well, I think you guys' raises take effect on their
Your anniversary.
Anniversary, and all
Anniversary,
county
too.
employees.
yeah.
Your when we do raises, they do it on your anniversary, not.
And honestly, merit raises should be that way, but I'm kind of with Mark. COLA raises should be,
Straight across the board.
Straight across
soon,
the board,
soon as
but
it comes
that's-
into effect,
I don't know
you guys
if you
should get your raise.
if that'd be the best way of doing it or not. But back to the subby thing. Do we want to finish talking about that or?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to make
Let's
a
go ahead and
decision
do that.
today because Mark has to have it for his paperwork. Mark, do you have
There
any
you go,
input?
Mark.
We don't have to have.
I missed most of it, so I didn't watch the whole meeting. I just walked in and somebody said, "Turn this down."
Well, I'll make a motion. We put Subby on full time.
Beginning.
Good.
Time out. You got is there plenty of work for both you and subby full time? Easily.
I'll take the third person.
That you're not going to get. That's
He always shoots for
the
this.
biggest concern is making sure there's enough work. Sounds like to me there's plenty of
There's
work.
plenty.
And
If I can throw my 2 cents in there,
they can always go help with road and bridge.
no, it's just that there's more than enough for them too if they do their job properly.
That's how
I
I'm
mean,
seeing it.
I've been in that seat with the city of Windsor, and between having to update the plans every 2 years and the community service and everything that they need to do, and getting all the action plans put in order and all the preparedness that they need to do, there's more than enough work for 2 of them.
Right now, we're
That's just
playing
my
a lot of
2
catch up, and it'd be nice
That's what I said.
not play catch up. And
But
Well,
even
you
once
need to
you
get
get
caught
caught up,
Well,
there's still plenty of
there's
work.
still plenty of work. That's what I'm saying. If we have 2 full-time people, we won't have to play catch up. We'll be able to get everything done and do what we need to do.
I mean, if you would go and look at other counties that are our size, they probably have 2 to 3 people full time to do. I mean, Johnson County, they got a whole staff.
Oh,
up
yeah.
there.
John, you're talking
But
about,
they have to deal with fuel spills constantly from
Right.
an Air Force base and stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot they are responsible for and can do.
Johnson, Pettis, all of them are big counties, a lot of people. When you're talking about me.
But that's just my 2 cents.
Anyway,
I'll second the motion.
motion been
What-
seconded.
what- yeah,
Go ahead and have
Sorry.
When did it come on?
What motion?
Oh, I thought you already got Mark's deal before I called timeout.
Nope, she caught me.
All right, back up.
Sorry. So I would say at the start, seems like it would be at the start of their fiscal year.
But we don't have him budgeted in our budget as a full-time employee for the next 6 months. Does that
So it
make
would
sense?
have to be
So-
January.
Because
so-
theirs is July to
Okay, okay,
June, but
okay.
we did not budget for
Right.
Subby to
So
go
it'll be
on.
January. Yep.
Do we have a motion yet?
So January 1st, 2026.
Yep.
Okay, is that right?
That's your
All
motion.
right.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Motion been made, you second.
I'll second.
Motion been made, seconded, to hire Subby full-time, January 1st, 2026. That being said, I guess maybe I'll have voice.
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
Jim, yes, okay, motion carries.
Thank you.
There you go.
That's not what Mark's
Where's
wanting.
my 28?
There you go.
I told you 100.
We just need to give him numbers.
I'll take it too.
Oh, wage wise.
And that doesn't necessarily have to be, we have to let Mark know. I mean, that's not something that has to be in, like, we don't have to say, Mark is going to get this raise, blah, blah, blah. It's that the commissioners will approve maybe a raise, and then you guys give them the numbers. And then that'll come out in the budget, when we would do the budget. We don't actually like make a motion for an amount of pay, because that could change tomorrow if we
Right.
decide. It doesn't have to
Okay.
be, it doesn't have to be voted on, so. We'll just give Mark numbers that he can work with, that we're all comfortable with.
Okay.
Sounds good.
The date.
Okay. I don't even know if he had to do a motion to hire a second full-time employee in emergency management, but it never hurts to cover yourself.
First,
So.
given us to school, first, once we get the date, we'll get you on that.
Okay.
Sorry.
I guess I see you need, well, you have to send in what you had down, I guess. What you was talking about.
No,
What?
what I think what we were talking about is
These-
probably what we want him to
these-
send in, not what he shot for the stars, Jim.
No, I heard he said that he can't.
Well, I thought you was on the same line as
Well,
this.
it's a good start.
Yo.
We'll discuss it later.
Y'all gotta let me know what line you're all on.
Mark said I just left the meeting after Jim said that I was gone.
My own camera here, Kelly.
Just your legs.
Love it. That's what you're worried about.
I figured it out. Guess I gotta stand up.
7,500.
Last week, but I couldn't see him.
That what y'all had. That's all I have down over here.
It's
Here it is. Be 7,500.
it'd be 80.
Hmm?
86.5.
Total. Are you including
Oh, the benefits.
benefits for 2 full-time employees, which I
No.
told you guys was
13.4.
Then you have to add that in there.
13.4.
Yeah, okay.
Let me see your numbers, Jim, if you don't mind for a second.
Here's what they,
13.
yeah, here's what.
13,400.
Add your numbers to it. 13, whatever it was.
This isn't set. This would be set in stone, right? That's what you were saying, Kelly.
Right, we're giving Mark
He's got to turn something. in.
he's got to turn something in, and we
He's
might
gotta
as well
turn it
give
in
it a
the state.
little more from the state, because if we don't claim it, they don't pay it. It doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
But he
Well,
needs
he's
a number.
They can pull it the same way as they, hey, give it.
That gets you close to 100,000.
Well, it's gonna have you over with employee.
Yep. You
Well,
will.
I
You're gonna
added,
have some
I
ups
added
there to
your
have to-
your 13.4 and then the other two numbers that are written there.
13.4 times 2.
Oh, put you over.
Was mine not already in there?
It is, but when we're doing a budget line, that this is the number that we need, we have to include it. Yours is already in this year's budget.
113
Yours is on a different line.
So yeah, that wouldn't be included in his budget line.
Make it 350,000. Anything over, we can go for as
Just-
weather spotters.
86.5 would be just
Road and
out
bridge.
of the
Road and
emergency
bridge.
management budget line, is what I have.
Could be in trouble.
They got them a nice new fancy truck over there.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have keys to it, but you can
Plus
look
the
at it up front.
26.8 for,
Was there a limit?
We gotta have that new fancy truck for the weather spot.
What'd you say, Kelly? How much was it?
86.5
Okay.
out of the emergency management personnel wages line. And then 26.8 out of the benefits, employee
Right,
benefits.
right.
Is what I'm showing.
That's
What are you
what I got.
currently, Jim? Do you have your budget?
to get that.
Can I see that
Yeah,
paper?
I think I had it. It's there. There's budget.
86.5 would be the
And you
Wages.
done these two plus
Yeah.
13.4 twice.
well, the 13.4 goes
Okay.
under another line.
Oh,
That goes under the benefit or
Okay.
taxes or whatever.
Currently, right now, we had budgeted 95.9 out of the emergency management employee wage line.
Or it dropped 10,000.
But one of those
Is dropping.
was not an emergency management
Right.
employee. They did that just was not. So I'd say it was probably because they didn't add subbies in. More around the 60, 65 line for your office wages.
65, yeah.
Oh, currently. And that doesn't mean that he's gonna get that eventually when you guys get there. That just
Normally,
means
they-
that's what
if
we
they
are
got
asking
it,
from the
And right
state.
now, according, it's, in there right now, they've got it.
And then we just got awarded our fourth quarter from last year and our
Yeah.
first quarter from this year.
For the back.
So, yep. So we knocked all that out yesterday.
So they already give it on that.
It just says awarded. signed.
That's what.
Yeah. Well, the big thing is get the check in the mail.
So is that where we're headed?
Yeah.
Is that the number we can give him to give to the state? Here you go, Mark.
There you go, Mark.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you,
Does that
Dennis.
make sense?
Yep.
Good work, kids.
Okay. Dennis.
I don't have anything for you guys. Mark, you got anything for me?
No.
Jake, you got anything for me?
I did call them and tell them it was all right. I went to look at things.
You
Yeah.
got a hold of?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No.
Jim, you got anything?
No.
I will be leaving tomorrow afternoon and be back Wednesday. So nobody will be up here Tuesday. So if there's any fires that you need to put out, just call the number and say I'm out.
You get a vacation.
No, I'm just taking days off. You don't show up for work, they can't. It's 3 shows, no, you
Three
know.
no shows, and you're still good.
No, I'm just doing 2.
That way's in
I
the
got
clear.
that figured out. You did it over a weekend, they can only knock you for 2 days.
Yep.
So, I don't, otherwise we're just working on bridge. and finishing up some loose ends, and we got 3 or 4 trees we need to take care of this afternoon and in the morning, but otherwise the bridge work is where we're at.
Good.
So
I
you guys
didn't-
ain't got anything, I'm out.
He didn't
Alright.
say, Kelly, do you have anything?
What?
He didn't say, Kelly, do you have anything?
You bring your
About
jar
tomorrow.
back?
You asked Bud, you asked Jake, you
I know
asked
when to draw
Jared.
the lines, but you had to look in your eye.
Did you bring your jar back?
Not yet. It's sitting on the counter. I got rewash it and bring it back.
He's not ready for a refill yet.
We get refills?
If you bring a jar back.
Well, I'll do that.
I've been saving the last 3 or 4 pickles I got left.
This last jar, I had to string it out. I was afraid it was going to be my last jar, so I just strung it out.
Let me tell you, I made my dad's recipe this weekend, so I'm saving one of those for you.
Okay.
You're the one that picked that. You picked that leaf out. He was like, "This is your dad's." So, but
So cool.
I was looking through some bills, and it looks like we already bought the paint for the parking lot as well.
Yes, and
Okay.
Chris has already turned it over to me.
Okay, I
Are
just want
you
to make
cracking
sure.
the whip on me already?
I am not. I was
So much for
cleaning
your
up
time
some
off.
bills, and I saw that it was blue something
Yes,
park, and I
Chris-
wanted to make sure that you knew that we had that.
Chris
That's all.
turned
You
everything
thought he
over
was
to
getting a
me,
couple days
and
Yep.
That's fine.
You all
I'm
good?
just
You got
waiting
everything you
for-
need? Everything's
That's
kosher?
fine. As long as you knew we had it.
Alright.
That's all I want to make sure you
Got
know.
everything done.
This hot son of a bitch that paint.
It's okay. It's all right. I just
I'm
want to make
just
sure you know we had it.
Keep the whip off me.
I just knew. I wanted you to make sure. I wanted to make sure you knew we had it.
Yep,
That's all.
I got it all.
Okay, perfect.
So, Kelly, is there anything that?
I'm great. Enjoy your vacation.
I'll bring you a science class this afternoon.
Okay. Must not have done yet.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I actually have one question. I was actually going through that budget the other day. Or not budget, I'm sorry, the audit that they did on us.
Okay.
Where they, you're golden here, and you got maybe some issues here, and then critical or whatever, the other side of it. There was a part in there that I read that it said that our deposits, we had in a bank more money than what is FDIC backed. So
God, is
my
that possible?
well, yeah. So my
us?
question is, if that's the case, then we probably need to move part of that money to another bank, because if something happens, you're not covered.
Jim, I think something
They-
happened with that, didn't it? Didn't
They
it,
can
Mary?
see, they pledge, like they'll go out and buy other stocks,
Right.
cover.
Right.
That's what's supposed to work. Now, you need to talk to the treasurers,
Yeah, you'll have to ask Rick.
You're
He's
Rick,
the one who's in charge.
because
of
all
the bank
that should be
accounts.
covered, because just like here, after 250, and then you can mess with some different accounts. But the big thing is, then they have to buy securities to cover that,
cover
to
it.
make sure they're covered. And most of, just like equity and back when we had Hawthorne, that's what they done. They give so many securities and they'll be taken care of. And that's the way it has to be. Now, the only one isn't different is like Edward Jones, because they put them in different banks, so completely separate,
Right.
which
That
there's,
would be a Rick question.
Okay.
but that's,
This was the problem. What was your solution? Because I'm pretty sure that Rick
Took care
found
of
the
it.
solution.
Okay. Okay.
Seems
that-
like
Yeah, I
everything.
was
but see, I thought Ann was doing that.
And it
Where'd
might
you
have
see
been.
that? I
It might
haven't
have
come
been
across
Ian
that.
who
It's in
found a
the
solution. Somebody found a
the-
solution.
Can't remember the name, but they sent us all that. But it was in that audit, and I can't
Yeah.
remember exactly where it is.
Okay.
But if you go through it, you-
It's in the findings.
Yeah.
But you know what? They should have picked up that when they done that. I can't understand, because that went on a long time ago. Because that should have already been covered.
I'm telling you, there are no two auditors that are the same.
No,
One's
no,
looking at
no.
this and one's looking at that, and I'm telling you, there's no,
Probably ought to design that way too.
It's kind of
nobody's.
it's kind of like stamping. I used to just stamp it. Well, I can do it now, but with that one auditor, all the minutes and all that.
This
Wrong
one
with
too.
it, and and I started doing it because I didn't know what the next one, because the first couple didn't know they worry about
I don't have it on here. I don't think.
Oh, we can holler at Rick. Listen.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a Rick question.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's in charge of.
Yep,
all
that's
of
the money, and you
accounts.
better have it covered. I think you
I
do.
remember him saying something about it.
Yeah.
Working on fixing it.
Hmm.
Kelly, there's not much left. You want what's
I'm
left?
good, thank you. Oh, that's not good. I was trying to look at it online. Well, that was our our financial audit. It's not on the auditor's website. It's because they didn't pay for it.
All right.
This one,
Question.
Bill, she's not eligible. He
No.
is. She is not, but he is. She's too young.
Okay.
But he still, I mean, it still should go through if it goes through on him.
Okay.
I'll
take off the bottom. How about that?
Yep, take as many as you want.
Yeah, the applicant name is his.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what, though? Her name's over there, too.
Applicant name.
Yeah.
She's not an applicant.
She can't,
Yeah, she can.
can she be an applicant?
She can
She
still
just
put her
not-
stuff on there. She just
She
doesn't
just can't
qualify
She
until
doesn't
she
qualify.
turns 65 or whatever
Yeah,
it is.
okay.
So this will go out of whack, but you're more welcome to stamp them.
I'm out of whack. Can't call it. Kind of out of whack now. Yeah, I don't know what to do here.
But
They're out of whack.
oh, it's okay.
Okay.
Well, that's straight.
It's
'Cause-
fine.
huh?
I doubt they're alphabetized or anything yet. Anyways, I
Okay.
don't know. They may be. If
So
we'll
you just
figure it
want to
out
put
pretty quick.
the two you did for me into a separate pile. We can probably
Where's
do
the
it.
two
fine.
you?
The last two you did.
Just by looking at what's underneath, I don't see anything that's okay. No, they're out. They're out anyways.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's okay.
Could have been good. Then we don't have to worry about it.
I think.
Ready to go?
See, I don't know.
Is this yours?
Yeah.
This is ours.
Yeah, I don't think they're in
No.
order anyways, because these are A's and B's, and
I don't
that's
think-
an M, and that's an
She
R.
had just brought these up because she had a file.
Yeah, I
She hadn't filed.
don't think that. I mean, I can do that for them, but they're gonna probably add them to their big.
I just remember.
Yeah,
you
at the
saying-
beginning they did have them, but I
Yeah.
don't know that these are. It's kind of looking.
That's the ones in the box.
It's fine. I can alphabetize them. I don't have a problem doing that while I'm sitting here. You guys just keep doing the work, and I'll make sure they get sorted. Yeah, I don't know how we got R's and M's in there because they look alphabetized from here on out. Cool. Rick is by himself in his office. I said that you had questions on the audit about the money in the bank that wasn't backed, and he said Ann got that addressed with the bank.
Yeah.
But he can't come up here right now because he's in his office.
Because they have pledged securities for it. That's the way it used to be.
It was addressed.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. They got real loud. Yeah. So,
These old.
Oh, what is that? I thought it was one of the file.
oh,
Somebody got it here.
probably.
Oh.
Oh yeah, these are all out of.
All out of whack.
I don't want to go back. I don't know if you did it. Just a heads up, we had a car versus deer at the sheriff's office this weekend,
No, boy.
or Monday,
Monday.
and we had
Grab the car.
another accident last Friday.
Actually, what happened there?
Responding to a call, I do know that he flipped the car,
Flipped it. Holy
but
crap.
he's okay. He did go
Okay.
to the hospital, but he's okay. Not sure, but FYI, we do have a couple car issues over there that the sheriff will probably be addressing when he gets back from the conference. And we got a fleet that day. That just happens. It's crazy. Glad I don't have to maintain that many vehicles.
Yep.
Ooh, Mark's not doing anything. Just kidding. Just finished with that one. With the last one. I don't have anything else.
I got a couple things I gotta bring up. I don't think this one's gonna work. John is not a trustee of the trust that owns the property.
And he's gonna have to get his name on there. Okay.
Yeah. She's the trustee of the trust.
So these are all good. That's the only one you guys have questioned.
You
Yeah.
decide what you think, but that's kind of how I'm seeing
She's,
it. That's how they seen it too. They put the posted on it,
yeah, they,
right?
if you look at it,
And,
so, that's what it looks to me. That's just like, I mean, if he is on there too, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Then it'd go through. What he's done is put her over. He's gonna die first. But what if he didn't?
Well, it's his. It's for a trust group. Him. It sounds
Yeah.
like.
yeah, he put it in hers.
Yeah.
We need to switch that around or put himself on it with her.
Yeah, with her, that's all he
Yeah.
needs to do. So,
Rejected. Okay.
he's gotta be on there with her if nothing else. The way we kind of figured.
Kelly, are you ready for me to talk about my thing, or do you
Yep,
need another minute or two?
Hold on just a second.
You're fine.
It's a trust.
Mhm.
He's the grantor. So he's basically.
It sounds like to me it was to where if something was to happen to him, everything goes to her, and it saves the
Mm-hmm.
paperwork, court date, whatever.
Probate.
Probate. Thank you.
Yeah, he just needs to put his name on there. with her.
So is that allowed?
That's what as the grantor, he can't also be the grantee
That's what I was curious.
because he's the grantor of the. He quitclaim deeded it.
Sounds like to me they ought to go talk to a lawyer.
Yeah, I agree in that he's not on here no more, but I'm confused between the quitclaim deed, which is here you go, you get this after whatever, right? No, quitclaim deed is like
They're
now.
just turning it over to you right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Quitclaim deed is
Yeah.
now, and that's what it says up at the top. It's a quitclaim deed. So he gave her the trust already. Yeah, I agree that it's not But I also thought they had to have trusts paperwork if they
Had a trust.
had a trust showing who the trustees were, and there's none of that in here.
You're right, there isn't.
So 2 good reasons, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
Like, or something happened.
Oh, yeah.
I got everything, except for I legally don't have the land
Oh, yeah.
up in the offices. The office of the church, but not the land. And, I just moved over.
So you were showing a note. That's good
Yeah,
thinking.
that's why I
I'm
did
caught
that.
up, Jake, too, so whenever,
I'll wait for Jim to
Yeah.
get back.
that's fine.
I guess this is the only thing I really got. I thought I had a couple of things. I'll meet you later.
Jake, did either of you know what went on the Clinton School Board last night? I heard their meeting was last night about the Davis school thing. I haven't heard that.
I didn't even know that they was meeting on it last night.
Well, their school board meeting, I think, was last night. I was just assuming that they probably addressed that.
Probably, yeah.
Just curious. Just curious what my November was going to look like.
Yeah, because that'd be 2 you'd have to take votes for.
Well, I would think that the Clinton would have to vote also, but
I'm pretty sure.
I'm not 100% clear on that.
Not either. Dylan Rodert from Corps of Engineers reached out to me again on this maintaining agreement kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to suggest we have him come in, visit with us about it some more. But I've been in contact with a couple of the townships that's involved in it. 2 of them are actually for doing this. They have their motor grader maintain said roads. One of them is already doing it. One of them, Bethlehem, is already paying a permit for what is that? Nice's Landing Road, Southeast 561. They already pay a permit to maintain that road. They said it wouldn't be much else to take on the rest. I think it's something we probably ought to look into doing.
How about some of the others? I'm talking about different areas.
Those roads aren't on this list. I only know about the roads that Dylan's listed out. And they'd have to get a hold of us and get our okay to put another road on the list, it sounds like to me.
We need to talk to Dennis too. Make sure Dennis knows.
There
where
are a couple roads that I feel like they need to go through and cut the brush back before we start taking the maintaining. But
So that'd be the townships maintaining.
yes,
we're at.
The only thing we would do is, and correct me if I'm wrong, they would, if we have to cut the brush, the township pays for the cutting of the brush.
I think we could probably work out a deal where maybe we can work out more of a deal here.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I would say, whatever in my mind, if the townships can handle it, hey, knock yourself out. I would just make
Well-
sure that, you know, it's the gravel is here, the gravel is dumped here, we don't have to go around and pick it up. And if the county has to do anything to it, then the township needs to understand that's not part of our deal. That's part of an agreement between the township and them. So they would have to pay the county to do whatever brush cutting, tree cutting, whatever is involved in that.
Right.
Or they lose their hours from some other place, they could include it in their hours.
Somewhere you're gonna have to get paid.
So why don't the townships have the MOUs instead of the county?
Right.
Because that would be the county making agreements for
For
the
the
township.
township.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna. Dylan was hoping to just one stop
Yeah,
shop all kind of thing.
Well-
but I'm gonna have to agree with you. He needs to make the agreement with the township
With the people
itself.
doing the work.
See, like Benton County,
Otherwise, we're stuck with it. If
Really?
something goes south and
If I
And they
remember, that's
say,
what Dennis
we're
said.
not gonna do it, the county's already signed.
Well, we can actually opt out of it. We just got to give them 60-day notice. Written 60-day notice is what this thing says. But termination may be terminated in writing at will by either party at any time upon providing 60 days advance notice in writing.
I didn't come in. I mean, it doesn't hurt to talk.
I mean, this still has Brad Wright on there, so I mean, that
Oh,
shows you how old this
Well, if it's
is.
Bethlehem Township, he's still on the board.
he's on the board.
I think it said,
Mm.
but it's not just Bethlehem Township. It's for all the roads. It was. Oh, sorry, park manager. I read that wrong.
I mean, as
I
long
know.
as you
Maybe
got
that's a
the
different
agreement
person.
with all the
Benton
with all the
County,
townships.
Benton County and some of them, they really go out. They're accounting for me. They're doing graders, they do.
Sure.
But like Dylan said, they'll provide the rock. They'll pay for the hauling. They have it hauled out there. Basically, all we gotta do is just let them know, hey, need a couple loads of rock, and they'll get the rock out there. Like I told Dylan, I said, there's, concern of a road that is overgrown that you can't get the truck to haul it down to the end. He said, well, in that case, we have our own trucks. We'll send the trucks out to haul it or to cut the brush kind of thing. So I do believe we do need to talk to him about the brush cut by all means. But
So do they pay the townships for taking care of those roads, or is that just the townships?
it's basically they provide the rock, they pay for the rock, their services.
Township's doing all the work.
They're just taking their motor grader down through
So
there.
they're not
Because that's the only thing the townships can be doing is
right,
maintaining with the motor grader.
but they're not getting anything for doing that.
We could probably get a
Well,
couple extra loads of rock.
Does that also include now at that point that becomes a road? So the county gives them more money because it's that much more miles on their cart and everything else.
No, because it won't show up that it's ours. It'll still show up that it's Coors.
Core.
And like Kingsley's or Nice's Landing, Nice's Landing. Marty told me they pay for a permit every couple of years, and it's like $600 for the permit to the Corps to have use of that access.
Get rid of that permit.
Well, that's what I was
That's the
actually
first
told Marty.
Yeah,
I was
that's the
like,
first thing.
don't pay for it again just because if you guys are going to maintain it, there's no need to
Yeah,
pay for a permit. But he's
Yeah.
like, they send it to them, kind of thing. So,
yeah, I'd nix that right off the bat. You're taking care of it for free. You got me.
well, they take care of it up to the line. Yeah, they take care of it from like the end of W to the line that the Corps is supposed to take care of. But it's widely
This
used
goes
by
on
everybody that goes down through there.
Sure.
So, do what?
You've got Deepwater down there too.
That's the one I've got to get a hold of. So
And that one and
I've only got
I'll tell
3
you what.
townships.
we'll make sure we get Dennis involved because some of that you'll know about.
Well,
Some of it's
Yeah, I don't know.
can be problems. Cutting brush every year.
let's see, the cutting the brush is the thing, but
Because they're gonna have to be cut every year, probably. where they're at.
That's what I want to talk to Dylan about, and that's why I'm gonna actually ask him to come in and visit with
Oh,
us, because I think it's actually a really good thing, especially for our citizens that uses these access points. Like I've already been contacted about one on, well, it's 271, but it's overgrown with brush. Well, that's where,
Who's gonna do it?
that's what we got to talk
That's
about.
I mean, like I say, those roads will grow back color quicker. That's gonna be a big. Cause they're not roads that travel all the time.
And one of those other roads, Bethlehem's has already taken care of it because of the school bus that goes down through there. So
Is that the one over by Dennis Davis's, goes by there?
I'm not sure where Dennis Davis lives.
Go down to the end of the blacktop on Deputy, turn right. And
No,
you go down, go around John Moore's house, and then Foster's live down there, and then Dennis lives on the last house.
yeah,
And then
no,
down below is the core ground.
no.
They
This
used to go down there and see the core wanted that all bladed or mowed and taken care of. And that was a hassle then.
no, this one's over there by the Duck Lakes or whatever it is, into 550 going to Old Double A.
550.
Your road, take it all the way towards the lake. When you get to the
Oh, down
yeah.
down there on Old Double A.
They already maintain it because the school bus comes down through there and takes a loop.
Well,
The other way is all paved.
They go
It's
down
just
to
big
400
holes.
roads, what they do. Bethlehem. They go down to the 400 road.
Yeah.
And then going back the other way, they go, Keith Ross lives back there.
That's
They go
the
back
other
to
road.
his house. That's the end of it. And then you go another probably half mile down there and you get to the lake.
No, that's Ross's is 301. 271 is Old Double A.
Okay, then that's going another way. And that's a mess down through there right now. The blacktop and everything else.
They got in pretty decent shape. I was going there
Huh?
the other day. Now, if you go north of 400, it's got some big
That's what I'm
holes in it.
saying.
Yeah. But I mean,
Because see,
like
you're
they,
gonna
Are
You're
these
gonna
on-
turn.
These gravel or these blacktop?
that's the only one that's blacktop.
yeah.
It's all that's
That
the old
used to
double A
be-
highway.
The old double A and it goes down to a dead end down there. Of course, there's no turnaround or anything else down there either, hardly.
Like I said, all their
Used to be a bridge right here.
Yeah, I'd have him come in, see what he
see
was wanting and wheel and deal.
how they fixed old double A was they just kept on putting rock on it until the holes finally started holding.
That's how that
Which
works.
actually it ended up working. It was better than what it was. It's better
Yeah.
than what it was.
Because it needed to be plowed to get it out. But it's better than what it used to be. A lot. I used to go down that a lot. Well, you take a tractor down there, boy, it's rough. But hey, the other way is rough too. Coming in.
But I thought I'd let y'all know that this is still on the radar. And I know Dennis isn't a big fan of it, but it's still on the radar.
That's
I just received a text from Mr. Bowers that says some of them have no turnaround spot at the lake.
That's
that's right.
that's not our problem. That's not what they're asking.
Well, I know that. I'm just telling you.
We're maintaining it, but it's not our road.
I'm of the mind,
Huh?
as long as they are footing the bill, it doesn't cost the county anything, and then what, I mean, labor's labor, you wanna pay for it, and Dennis has the time.
I think the contract is there anywhere.
If they want you to do it, then you have to do it.
And how long is that contract
I
for?
think
Just
it's,
out of curiosity, is that it?
Yeah, I think that you
I-
have to do it within a certain couple of days or something. I would change the word.
See, that's what I
Make it
mean.
fit what
Yeah.
we can do in the road or the township.
And like Dylan said, all this paper was just to have a conversation.
Sure.
It sounds like we can adjust how whatever we need to.
Yeah,
They got it on here, Kelly.
they're wanting to do anything to get rid of it.
Well, they're not getting rid of it. It's still theirs.
Yeah,
They
but
just
they're,
don't
I'm
have
talking
access
about
to
maintenance.
That's
It's
it.
like Booth Road.
Yeah, they don't.
Nobody knows how to take care of it.
Right.
They've got. They don't
Uh,
have the manpower. It takes too long to get people out there to maintain it.
Yeah.
That's the thing
And if
there.
we're gonna have,
Dennis says you need to look at it as a private property.
Yeah.
It's not.
that's how I'm looking at it.
Well,
It's a contract with private property with us doing a service.
yeah,
Right. Yeah, I would get Dennis involved for
yes.
sure. Have him here when he comes.
Well, before you get them in here, let's bring him back in and visit with him. You know, holler, well, is he busy? Text him. We may need him back up here.
That
And
way
it's
he
probably
can,
just downstairs.
he'll
Is he
know what
downstairs? Is he downstairs?
be a time factor.
Pardon?
If he's got the time.
Yeah.
You don't want him to stop doing what is ours
Dennis, can
in
you
order
come
to
back?
do something for somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Dennis,
don't think that's what they're asking.
you know they're watching.
I mean, the only thing they're asking is really,
answering your
which
question.
would be between the
Yeah.
townships, is have the townships motor grader when they're close by, which it sounds like Bethlehem. They're right there.
On my
they
way.
do it anyhow.
Right.
He's
And
downstairs.
just run down through there, shake it
Oh,
up, and then
okay.
it needs rock, we holler.
Pick up.
Yeah.
Dennis on.
The only question I've got, like I've expressed a couple different times, is the brush cutting.
Mhm.
And if, like Dylan told me, if a truck's not able to get down through there, or won't, let them know. They can put it on their list. If that makes sense. Yeah,
What-
like
what's-
Dylan knows, I'm the only one that do
I
what?
guess the contract will keep them from doing that. It's like, what's going to keep them from coming back in 10 years and saying, well, you've been maintaining it. It's your road. It's your baby now.
Doesn't sound like to me that we can get out of it anytime by this. I read there's a deal in
Wasn't
there.
there something like
Sure,
that on
all
Thrush,
the-
Jim?
Huh?
Wasn't there something like that that happened at Thrush?
Yep. They, Yeah.
No, yes and no.
I would say.
and you
what
know
I
where
would
the
ask
bridge is now.
Would be.
Yeah.
You want us to do this, or you want road districts to do this?
I may
Let's
be
get 'em up to
misunderstanding. That might
snuff.
be the
So if it's,
conservation
you
versus
know,
Florida.
you're willing to give 2, it takes 4 to do this, let's get it where it's right, and then go from there.
And I think that won't be an issue.
I think, because then it's not gonna be so bad.
Yeah. But like 301 going down by Ross's that Jim was talking about. It's
That's a mud road.
I,
after it gets
it
so far.
is. It is. I don't that's one that they're gonna I feel that they need to get up into shape for
Right.
even the township even allow their motor grader to go down through.
Oh, it is bad.
Here. I can make a copy of this for you.
I got it. You got yours? Isn't that it? Isn't this it?
Probably. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Now I don't have the roads, but you got them right there.
You don't have the road?
And I thought, huh? Was that on the back page? Cause I've had it here and I
even texted him at one time and said, he said you was working on it. And I said, okay, I got my mouth shut.
I'm gonna run this stuff downstairs while you guys are doing that.
Okay.
Waiting for Dennis.
Yeah. All right. See the core I got. Well, this one down on 8th Street. Down here, well, 8th Street, I got into it with them down there, but I got into it with them down. Oh gosh, where was it? Oh, down here by Country Club, Meadow Lake.
Yeah.
All right, that road goes by the conservation down there. There's a road he used to cut back up through there, and they wanted. First off, they called us and said, "Hey, we want that road cleared out."
That's
Oh,
conservation.
Well, hadn't been driven for years, but and maybe it was conservation.
I found out.
But anyway,
Those
come
are two
find
different-
out, and just like and I said, well, no, it's nothing to me because it's in the city limits. I drew out city limits, and so I told old Greg. He said, we're not going to touch it, and they never. And still, it grew up because they said, well, there's a way of people going down the sewer line. That's how they got it. But anyway, just different things that's happened. But on that core, I think we need the dentist because there's some other
He'll be here in a
issues.
minute. He's pulling right now.
I'm not
It
necessarily
says
getting
any exchange of funds or manpower between parties must be made by separate agreement by specific statutory authority.
because I know on Fox Hunters over there at the old Thrush Bridge, when I first come in, that was my main thing was I go get that open back up because all they had to do is put a deck on it. All they had to do. Found out, no, you can't do it. They want it all replaced. So I said, well, we'll use BRO money. No, you can't use BRO money because that is federally funded. That's where you're getting the funds, so you can't do it. And so then it went on. Well, then they'd been cutting the damn metal out of it all the time. Steel, that's when they're stealing steel all the time. And finally, then it just fell in. Hey, then they wanted us to do something. They still wanted us to do something with the bridge. Well, hell no, we didn't. So y'all signed a contract to take care of it. But there wasn't nothing. I said, no, there's no way we can do it because y'all stopped us taking care of it. Couldn't do it. So we fought for a year, 2 years on that. And I fought for a long time. I wanted to try to do it. Because I felt, hey, that was a lot of people go through there. Here we go.
Just thought you got away.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jake.
Well, I didn't realize that they was going to drag you in here. I would have brought it up sooner. I'm sorry.
He's wanting to know about conservation.
I'm gonna wait till Kelly gets here to make sure it gets in the minutes.
Got all your brush cutters running now?
No.
One's still down?
I was told what part to order, and when I ordered it, it come to be in. It happened to be the wrong part, so I had to send it back today and get the right one.
Get the right. Wasn't it a pin? Was it a pin?
It's a motor.
Huh?
It was a motor,
Motor.
a hydraulic motor.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
thought was what the problem was, but and I should have went out there and looked at it before. But you know, they're the ones that run it, so I just took their word for it. But
Yeah.
it's not the motor; it's the spindle hub that it goes into.
Oh, really? Mhm. Did you know what road she was looking at?
I know some of them. The one that he's talking about, you go past your house, go all the way down there to the dead end,
Yeah.
or to the asphalt, go back to the north, and it takes you down in there, and it dead ends in the water, and there's no turnaround spot there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not worried about any turnaround spots.
So you just gonna let these people, and I'm just asking this because, you know, I've had it happen to me on the fire department, is my GPS tells me that this road goes soon, comes out right over there, and now we're 8 feet out into the water and it's flooded their car.
And the guy drowns.
Well, I ain't even talking about that one, but that's stuff you got to look at.
Yeah.
And since you got me started on it, Jake, there's some of these I wouldn't mind opening it up because it's a short distance and there is a turnaround spot.
Yeah.
But then there's some of them that you got to go down a mile and a half.
There ain't nothing.
And, you know, when I'm having to replace the culverts and stuff on private property,
Yeah. So they brought that up too.
and the deal is, since you brought Bethlehem up in this, I'll say it. Bethlehem has put themselves into a hell of a pickle if their tax-paying citizens want to raise hell with them for going out there on private property and wasting their tax-paying dollars on that property. Because they have no contract with them or anything. They're using taxpayers' dollars, misusing tax-paying dollars. And that's one of the roads that I'm talking about. You gotta go down there from where our line ends to where the lake is. You gotta go
Are you
down
talking
there.
about Knisley's?
Yeah. Is that the one off the end of W?
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta
Knisley's.
go where we stop, you gotta go down there about another mile.
Yeah, I talked to Marty last night. The reason they do that is because the people are complaining that it's rough.
It's private property.
And it's their funds.
They're taxpaying citizens going.
I agree.
It's not their funds; it's the taxpaying citizens' funds.
Well, with this, maybe we can eliminate that issue.
Don't know nothing about it. But is there any way, you said there's not a turnaround in any of these?
Knisley's.
Not all of them.
Knisley's.
There is
Knisley's-
some.
Knisley's
The
is
ones
the one.
the ones that don't have turnarounds, that's core land. So why don't we go to the core and say, hey, look, let us make a turnaround. You pay us to
Yeah.
do it, but we'll make it. And if that's part of the reason they want those open is so people have access to the lake. Now you got a place to park
Yeah.
also. So it kills two birds. It helps them allow people to get down there, but it helps whoever, whether it's you, they pay you to do it or the road districts. Let's make a turnaround down there. And if they won't, they don't want to do that. I mean, I wouldn't want to back a road grader a mile and a half.
Yeah, no
I
doubt.
think that would be like a no. This is not even a discussion.
Yeah.
You're going to pay for it. This is what we're going to do. Or you can keep the road. I mean, 'cause
Well-
then that solves the issue.
The one thing that
Yeah, I think
comes to
that's-
my mind,
makes
if you have a
sense.
flood, just like the year when the water lake got out, closing those roads,
Somebody's got to close.
Dam and Port.
Yeah.
And then do you need to go clear down there because you're going to start closing them back as the
Well,
as
isn't
the
there a
water
sign
raises.
that says?
And you got to close them almost
Not
every
on
day.
all these.
Well, then if we put up a sign, wouldn't that cover us?
No, we have
There
sign.
on
Well, they had a
is.
We have a
sign,
sign
they had a
road-
block
road
off
closed
over
and get-
Strip
Well, none of these are
Springfield.
blocked off.
Guess what? We paid.
Anybody can drive on past that spot.
Yeah, but they got sued. over
Yeah,
it.
and then
Yeah.
and then we get sued and we lose.
Yeah,
But if it's not our property, how do we get sued?
I guarantee you, we
You
paid
allowed
for that.
access.
Huh?
You allowed access.
That's
So
right.
then that's questions we can ask Dylan about that. Because if that's the
Yeah.
case, we shouldn't have nothing to do with it.
Springfield
But-
went round and round with
That's
saying
right.
they wanted to close the road over
Yeah.
there. That's the one the kid drowned in.
Yeah,
Of course, there's no way we're not going to do it. Because I remember that when we first came on, they asked me about it, and I told them I would close it, and I'd tell whoever it is, tough, sue me.
I
And then
took-
we'll bring
Well, they
this
did.
up. What happened? Yeah, yeah.
and guess what?
They got
We paid.
$50,000.
And we
I
paid.
I got permission from the Corps of Engineers to close the road all the way up there at the first, conservation parking lot, which eliminates the flooding issue.
Right.
But I gotta drive barricade,
Yeah.
or steel
Just
Pilings.
pilings
Yeah.
all the way across the road, and from right away to right away to eliminate. And last year I finally got the permission to do it, and they're allowing me to do it. So that way Springfield shouldn't have that issue anymore if somebody driving down through there. And I mean that's the route I was talking about. Some
Okay.
lady out of Kansas come down here and says, "Well, GPS says it brings me up
Right.
right over there," and she's out there 200 yards in the water, neck deep. What?
I remember that, yeah.
Well, we got, because the other day I told you it's 1601. When I went out to go look at that to try to find it, because like I told you, half these roads I got no idea where they're at. If I look on that map, 4 of those roads that are on that map are not there. They're not there.
Mhm.
It goes like 481 to something else, and there's no 300, but it shows that 300 coming off a K. It doesn't. You turn or you catch it, and it does. I mean, the map does not look like what it actually looks like. You catch it when you go up to K. What is that? MM? I think MM. You go down MM, you can catch 300 off of that. That's not what that picture looks like at all. Because I'm out there driving around.
You
cussing.
going by Google?
Huh?
You going by Google?
I went actually by.
Or the integrity?
I went by integrity.
The problem we
Yeah,
have,
I
is
was curious.
That's so far off.
You
It's not even
you
funny.
cannot use the maps as a Bible. That's-
Some of them, Jay.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to opening or taking care of, but there's some of them that unless you give me a direct order, I'm not going to take care of, because down there past Kelly's, down at the end of
1151.
Yeah, that's on the list as
1151,
well.
it goes down there, drops into nothing, and then brings you back up. And
Oh, I drove with my pickup. Yeah.
it's on a rock shelf, and you can't hold rock on that road.
And that's one I mentioned to Dylan. He's like, that's whenever he said they could bring in their trucks and stuff like that. It's just, I guess, an act of Congress to get it done. But I don't care. We don't have to. But
Leesville won't entertain the motion. I can tell you that. I've
Must
already
be
ran
Osage.
into that by Ryan and Randy, and they will not entertain the motion. Yeah, I mean, you can go talk to them and stuff, and but if and this is just my 2 cents, if I was Jim living in Bethlehem, I'd be asking that board out there why they using our funds to take care of a private property. That's just like them taking care of a private road. There's no contract or nothing signed. So therefore, if you ran into this problem last year or 2 years ago with Del Law, he threw a fit and wanted me to mow the road. I finally mowed the road and come to find out that road's been private for years. And it's like us mowing a private road.
Oh,
I mean, that's a
no,
no-no.
Yeah, no, I can understand.
Big
I
no.
mean, whenever you go across that line, you're on
Yeah.
private property. I mean, that's like a private road. I mean, that's just my 2 cents.
Do it for what
Now,
you
if
gotta
you
do it
enter
for
into
tomorrow.
if you enter into a contract with them, I'll have to do what you guys tell me to do.
They're gonna
These
give-
ones that don't have no turnaround, offer to access out of there, I would not entertain taking them on. I would not entertain taking the one past Kelly's mom and dad's old place down there, because it's nothing but a rock shelf and you can't hold rock on it.
Yeah, I drove it with my pickup. I
I
was
mean-
thinking I wouldn't want to try to spread rock down through there by any means. So
I mean, my truck's a spread rock down through there, but you might as well just dump it all at the bottom because that's where it's going to be at the first rain.
Just kick it in the ditch on your way by.
yeah, good point.
pick it up when you want.
I mean, that's my only concern is even though they're paying for it and stuff, it's a waste of our time and their time because when they put the lake in, they said there was going to be no private access points. It was all going to be controlled by the Corps of Engineers. Now they're allowing all these access points and stuff at the end of these roads and stuff and paying for them. And that's not what the lake was designed for.
That's before my time. So
That'd be just like down there at the end of Double A there. When you go down there and go down, you around that corner for Lakes up, you're gonna be in water, and there ain't no turnaround.
And that's another road that's on that list is you go down at the end of Double A and then it
Yep.
turns into a gravel and we go down there just a little ways and then it turns into Corps of Engineers and it brings you back up around by Scott Jones's place and stuff. And we don't take care of nothing trees or nothing down through there because that's all Corps of Engineers stuff. And so therefore if you guys enter into a contract with them, all the time every time them
Bethlehem?
dead trees
you said Bethlehem?
This is on this side of
yeah,
the
it'd be in
Double A.
Bethlehem.
That's not on the list.
This side of the river.
It's not on the list.
It'd be in Bethlehem.
But it's not on the list.
It's on the list that they first give me.
Well, it's not on the list I've got.
Here's the list.
You want mine? Glad I can help. Bethlehem's only got 3 on the list.
They could shorten this list
Yeah.
because the original list had it where it looped around, and I could show you on the map if I.
I know which one you're talking about. That's why when you was talking about it,
No, I haven't seen that.
okay. I'm saying I wouldn't want to do 301 over there by Ross's because, like I was telling Mark, it's so overgrown and 1.5 deep ruts going
Yeah.
through there.
And is that the one that comes off of Jim's Road and goes back to the north?
Yes.
And
No,
No.
goes south.
Goes south. Down by
Where you-
Keith Ross. Keith Ross. You know where he lives?
I haven't paid attention to that.
Well, anyway. You go-
Before you get to 271.
Yeah.
Well, you said 260.
Anyway, this spring, when we was out there checking some roads, and you know, sometimes it's easier just to make that loop instead of backtracking
Yeah.
8 miles. So we made a mile loop there. And when we rounded that one corner, there was 3 trees like this laying across the road. That was on conservation. They're dead trees. So you're going to have to,
Which brings me to a question. There's a difference between conservation and core, I found out.
yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, the conservation has went in here and said, these are our roads and we're going to maintain them and stuff like that. But before they was conservation roads, they was Corps of Engineer roads. And the Corps basically let the conservation take the land over and take the roads over and stuff, and allow them to rent the land out to the farmers. And if it floods, it's on you, not
Right.
me, and stuff like that. But if you go all the way back to the beginning, it was Corps of Engineer.
Okay. And the reason I asked is because, like, well, I imagine all 3 of these do, but conservation rock, any road that leads to a water, like, they get conservation rock to, 400. They can rock the whole dang thing from conservation rock. Helps them out.
Conservation pays for the rock, and
Yeah.
township has to pay for the whole.
I thought it was all kind of the same thing, but come to find out, it's 2 different things.
But see, last time I talked to Dylan about all this stuff, he just told me that they paid for the rock. He didn't tell me nothing about they paid for the hauling.
I'm pretty sure he said
Because
when he was here they paid for hauling too,
because if they paid for hauling, yeah, I could haul all kinds of rock for him.
well, all we got to do is get a
I
hold
gotta
of
make
them.
money somehow.
He said all we got to do is get a hold of them, and they'll holler at whoever and have some rock hauled out there.
But
That's why I thought it was really mainly on the townships for as far as rock and motor grade. My concern was brush cutting, but
if you guys if the townships take it on and make it a road all the way to the water, then I have no problem doing the brush cut all the way to the water. And I have no problem maintaining it all the way to the water. But it's going to become a road all the way to the water.
right.
I mean, you can't, in my opinion, you can't be taking on private work on private property.
I understand.
Here's-
Your
Well,
words
I
here.
just don't think you need to be taking work on private property, because if my operator, for some reason, or something stupid happens, gets hurt, then our insurance and stuff's having to pay for that person to be on private property. Of course, anytime I build a bridge, I have to get easements
easement.
from both property owners, because
For the same reason.
we get on them one time or another trying to get that bridge built. And it's the same type of deal there, but it's a temporary right of way.
Okay.
I mean, you're wanting to take on a permanent right of way.
This,
I'm just trying to help out everyone, really. 'Cause if they're going to provide the rock and stuff.
Okay, my
Yeah.
question, Jake, you're wanting to help out everybody. And this is just a stupid question. How many taxpayers have been in here and saying, I want that road opened up?
I've gotten a few phone calls, to be honest with you.
That's fine. But I mean, there's some of them, I understand, they got good turnaround spots like Nisley's Landing, got good
Right.
turnaround spots, good wide open and everything. But you're taking on an extra mile of road that
Oh, I see your point. I really do.
the taxpayers shouldn't have been paying for. And if Bethlehem's been blading it, that's misuse of taxpaying dollars, in my opinion.
They haven't been blading from where the sign's at going down to the water. They've been taking care of like the end of W to the sign, from what I've understood. And if there's a hole there, they'll sprinkle
that's
it.
where,
That's the end of their-
we mow at.
Yeah.
We take care of everything down to that sign, and then that's where we stop at. All.
That's
The
the
only
end
one
of
that
the
may
road,
be in
yeah.
question would be 271 that goes by the Duck Lakes, the loop. But he said the reason they do is because the school bus still uses that to loop on around. Which I agree, they should. But I don't know.
Tell you what, this here, the department shall provide services for project area to include the replacement, repair of the damaged culvert within reason, labor associated with the maintenance of said road, terminations, blading and vegetation modifications. These services will be consistent with the standards of area Truman project areas. Whatever they say in the project areas.
I'm saying this is just to have a conversation. This isn't something for, we don't have to go with all this by any means. But
I wouldn't
I wouldn't want to see somebody pull out there and end up in the water like saying, then it ends up on us by any means either.
No, we didn't. either.
I just want you guys, and if you guys want to have a conversation with them and me be here with them, I have no problem with that. I'm all for it, and if it's going to help the citizens in your area that's called you to be able to access the lake without going to
Right.
Leesville and paying $2 or whatever it is these days.
Right.
That's one thing, but you got to look at it as if it's a private road.
Yeah.
Even if you sign a contract and stuff,
It is a private road.
you're on a private road.
Gotcha.
I think you probably should get him in here. I think Dennis should be here.
Oh, definitely.
But I also think, since we're the one providing the services, why don't we write the contract?
That's what I'm saying. I don't
Be a
think
whole
we
lot
have to
easier.
go by
Because
this.
then whatever, like you think, because you're the one, either you're doing it or the road board or the townships are doing it. Let's find out what works for us, because we can walk away and say, hey, it's you. We don't care. We're providing the service. So let's tell them that what we're willing to provide and put it in the contract. And then see if they're, instead of going by what they've got. And like you said, this was just,
Yeah.
it could be changed or whatever. But at least if we make our own contract with what we're willing to do, what liability we're willing to accept.
Or
all
roads
of
were
that.
allowed, willing to accept too.
Yeah. And then then it's a done deal, because they either accept it or they don't.
Just looking at your list, most of them was in Osage.
Yes.
And see, the first list that they came out with me, there's just a few down there in Osage.
And most of them is in Brownington. Like,
I didn't look at any of them, right?
it's 850, Southeast 850, Southeast 800, which 800
them
is
got
just before you
turnaround?
get into, just right there before you get into Brownington. Southeast 250 is about midway through Brownington going the other way. And it looks like it's a little highway by looking at it. And then I don't know where
What's it cost
Second
for
Street
you to
now.
make a tournament?
Do what?
What's it cost for you to make a tournament? I mean, ballpark, labor, material, the whole shoot match. How much is it, you think?
It takes a couple of days, so you're talking, because I don't charge for equipment, because it'd be like what a township would be, so it'd be whatever the truck and the Bobcat would cost.
See, we don't have the equipment to do it, really. Blade and bulldozer and stuff to do it. Really clean it if you make a big turnaround.
Yeah. I mean, and
Maybe put
the
there,
road
You
district
buy me a
themselves.
dozer blade for my Bobcat, Jim, I'd have the dozer blade that I needed, and because
It'll
The
do it.
Bobcat's
Yeah.
big enough to handle. it.
Well, it's 100 and some horse.
It makes it.
See, that's, I mean, like I said, in my mind, 90% of it depends upon how busy you are. I mean, that's the bottom line. You don't want to take on something if you're struggling to get done what you got to get done. But
Agreed.
if you are able to do that, and it's a way for the county and for Road and Bridge to make money doing it,
I'm all for it. I need to make money because Jim's going to cut my budget next year. I can already see it. He told me no trucks, none of this, none of that. I mean, Kelly's done.
I'm the one doing it now. Well, I'll tell you what, Hal, the tide changed quick.
I got to make money however I can.
Thanks, guys.
it's a
Thinking about sending the guys up on the squirt tonight that they want paid overtime.
Yeah, they do. That's the worst thing.
But I'm all for talking, and I'm all for negotiating out a deal or something. But I just can't get over this hiccup that we're entering on a private road or a private property.
Well, I do feel that that's definitely something we need to check in.
I mean, because we're not allowed right now to go out here, and the townships ain't either. They're not allowed to go out here and blade private roads, and I'm not allowed to go out here and mow private roads or dig culverts again to across private roads and stuff. That's my biggest hang up on this right now, Jake.
No, I agree. I'm all. This is the whole purpose of this: to hear the concerns by all means.
I mean, if we can get past that hiccup, then I'm all for doing the work or whatever needs to. And there's time in my schedule, you know, like in the spring, in the fall, where I'm don't want to start a bridge because it could start raining for 6 weeks. Then I could go out here and work on some of these projects that I got time in my schedule to do stuff like that.
Okay.
And when you know it's 40 degrees and in the fall and we don't have a bridge or don't want to start a bridge because we're getting ready to get a snowstorm or something, there were times I go out to work on stuff.
Right.
But
would it be us that would have to get, like you normally get that we just signed, or Jim just signed a couple of it for the bridge? Would it be a good idea, whoever owns land on that, to let either we do it, if the Corps does it and says, hey, look, we need something signed that allows us, because you're gonna get on their property.
it'd be core land.
Be cool.
It'd
It would be Corps land.
Yeah, it's all core land. And
Yeah.
where the signs are, and not all of them have signs, but that's one thing that would have to be installed is that property line, water in or road ends and water or whatever it says. But a lot of them say road ends and water. But there need to be a sign there, and then we would have to sign an easement agreement
Right.
allowing us access to their property to do what necessary work is to replace the culverts, maintain the road or whatever. And it would be a however long of contract you guys want. If you wanted it to be a 5-year contract or a 1-year contract with an end date within 60 days of termination of the original contract or
Right.
whatever.
That's what they've got on here. They also got under such time that there is a change in personnel of the signing of this document. That document may be renewed or canceled.
So I mean, we could put something like that in our contract and just build it into our contract that we have the right to do what we need to do on Corps of Engineer land without any repercussions and go with it that way.
My biggest concern is the liability of. I don't feel like we should have any liability if all we're going to do is maintain the road. But like y'all said, we open it up and maintain it.
You got the liability.
So that's another aspect that you gotta look at. I mean, every time I do a bridge mark, I bring papers in, you guys okay Jim to sign them to give me easement to get on that property, and that's basically what we would have to
Right.
have with them on that stuff. But it wouldn't be a temporary easement, it would be a permanent type easement as long as that contract
Contract
is
is enforced.
enforceable. But, no, they've changed their list from what.
I say this is the one Dylan gave us this last February, March, something like that.
When there's here.
Yeah. I mean, at the time when they came and talked to us, it sounded like a good thing, you know, but this is the whole purpose of talking about it, though.
I
is
just
to
don't
figure
want,
it out.
you know, like the one at the end of that,
Right.
and there's several of them.
Did you hear what Marty told me that I mentioned to these guys? They got to pay for a permit for the use of that
Road.
Why
Yeah.
do-
For the
Maybe
core?
we need to charge for a use of getting it done.
Why are they having to pay for a permit to go to that sign?
That's what I'm saying.
I think it's the
Because
That's what I'm saying.
that's
We
probably-
need to
that's
collect
probably
some
paying
tax.
on both sides of
They're,
that road.
they're collecting money.
And if we're
If we're
providing
doing
the
the
I
money,
don't
maintenance,
understand.
we need to pay for it
well, yeah.
because we're.
But I guess it's,
sticking
I
in
mean,
for the use
They
of
pay
that
us for the labor,
entrance.
That's right.
Nicely.
it's wear and
To
tear.
the
I mean,
water, yes. I don't
right.
know.
The
I mean,
labor
they,
and our
they
equipment.
have a water
we're having
treatment
to deal
plant
with it.
out there. They got all the houses and everything built up on that house all the way to that sign. I can't figure out why they're saying that we have to, or they have to buy a permit to get to that sign.
And it's the Corps that sends them the bill.
I tell, excuse me, I tell the Corps what they could do with that permit.
And he said years ago the whole community would get together and have like a fish fry, and everybody throw in a few bucks and they'd be able to pay for the
Yeah,
permit.
Years ago.
I don't know what kind of benefits this permit allows them to have. I didn't get that far in the conversation with Marty.
I don't know either. That's.
Right.
I've never heard of having to, because it's a county road all the way to that sign.
Uh-huh.
We replaced the culverts and everything all the way to that sign.
Unless it's to allow that to stay open. But I mean, it gets used by everybody in the county.
Then I mean, the county keeps the road open all the way to that sign.
Yeah.
So I mean, once that sign's a county road all the way to Dudley.
Right.
So I mean,
I don't
why
understand
they're
it
having to pay a permit fee is beyond me.
Yeah, he said it's like $600 every couple of years. Like that, I think is what he said.
So,
Which is-
Sounds like a moneymaker.
That's what they're doing.
It's a racket.
Well,
Anyway, that's just my 2 cents.
I appreciate it,
We
Dennis.
got to figure out a way to get past the private property issue and putting it in our contract that Mark thought about. You know, giving us access to this and stuff. It would probably be the way around it to get around the private property deal. My only deal is these ones that don't have any turnaround spots is that they need to have pay us or pay somebody to go in there and build a turnaround spot because these people ain't gonna drive their truck and boat down there and say, okay, how do I get my boat turned around because I have no turnaround spot. I mean, down there at the end of 1151 Road, they have a nice big turnaround spot. It's just hell get to the boat ramp.
It is hell getting to
I
the boat
mean,
ramp.
it's a nice boat ramp, but it's hell getting to it.
So,
but the big thing is you got to remember when the water comes out because the water fluctuates in ours. Seems like.
And
What are you
you
gonna do?
know, that's another thing is whenever the water gets up,
Who's
and
gonna
all
be
these log
responsible?
jams break loose and all that, all them logs wash up on that
Yeah.
parking lot and everything. Then I got to spend 2 weeks clearing all the logs off the parking lot.
who does it now?
Nobody,
Nobody.
Landowners.
except the Corps of Engineers,
So the Corps does come through and clear up.
whenever they get tired.
That's the
We
problem
can
we're having
write
with
that
these
into our
roads.
contract. if it does that, because it doesn't do it all the time. It's just
No.
write it in your contract that they pay you to clear it.
So, I mean,
It's up to our discretion how we want to handle it, and if they don't like it, then we don't have to do
Right.
it. I mean, seriously, it's no different than any other contract.
I mean, I pointed out most of the negative stuff. I don't fish like I used to, so I don't have no positive aspect in it. I haven't lost my boat going up the hill on 1151 for a while. So.
You haven't got a,
You should ride it
you
in
haven't
my
got a fish
lumber
trap
wagon.
down somewhere you can get to.
It's rough.
We're going down Old T Highway. I've lost it a time or two skidding down the road there. Not saying I drive fast.
I want that.
I don't strap things in or stuff. It finds a way out. So
It'll hold.
anything else, Mark?
Nope.
Jay,
No, sir. I really didn't. I
I'm
wouldn't
going
run it
back
up
to my
earlier.
computer and do more computer work, and I'll have you on. So next time I hear my name, that's when I start perking up and listening.
I'm glad you listened to this one. Got some good information.
See you guys later.
See ya.
And with that being said, I don't have anything else.
He didn't want to bring nothing else up, does he?
I thought he said he had something quick earlier.
Yeah, it wasn't,
I really
wasn't it
honestly
a
thought
quick-
it would be quick.
wasn't this a quick little deal talking about in there what you said?
Yeah, one little thing. For you.
One little thing.
Okay.
I'll make a motion we adjourn.
I'll second that.
Motion been made, second to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Motion